They didn't just put out a search warrant for one property. They put out a search warrant for all properties. They're trying to find out what happened to Michael Jackson and what happened to Kim Porter. Regardless of what went down, we know for a fact that the way that they played it, they played themselves. I mean, to go as far as trafficking, having people to do things at these freak-offs that they didn't want to commence in, for you making people sign NDAs as soon as they come into the freak-off. All their cars is on camera, so no one can exclude themselves out of this situation. 50 Cent told one of P. Diddy's biggest enemies that the feds, they not gonna play no games with him, and he deserves life. He deserves all the time that he can get for doing all this stuff to these people. And I don't blame 50 Cent, because the way that P. Diddy played himself, he tricked himself out of his position. TMZ, they was the first on the scene. They said that P. Diddy didn't even want to talk or cooperate with the authorities. If you don't want to talk, you can get appointed a lawyer, or you can present a lawyer to talk for you. Regardless of how they handle it, P. Diddy should have never put himself out there into this category. Now everybody looking at P. Diddy as if he was the main one that did this to Michael Jackson. If they find evidence on all these people, the previous allegations, the previous lawsuits, all the people that said that he blew up Kid Cudi car, if they got all this information, P. Diddy cooked. It's over with for P. Diddy. TDJ's son, Jermaine J, said he not going in Diddy houses no more, regardless of if Diddy get booked for Kim Porter, Cassie, or Tupac. Regardless of how they do it, he shouldn't have never been in there the first time. They wouldn't have his name in that paperwork. This is why Russell Simmons, he took his time to go to Bali, and he stayed there. He didn't want these allegations pinned against him just like they doing Diddy right now. TDJ said that Diddy did that to Michael Jackson. Mike Tyson even said out his own mouth, P. Diddy had something to do with Kim Porter, Michael Jackson, and Cassie, and Tupac. As soon as they left out the master bedroom from going in the safe and ramshacking the whole room, they even went to his son's room. This is where they started to finding things. This is where they found the cords that was going from inside of one of P. Diddy master bedrooms. They traced it back to seeing that this cord leads back to a hidden camera inside of one of the master bedrooms. This sad because this is one of the rooms that P. Diddy was telling people to go in. Diddy has multiple properties. Diddy has multiple estates in different states. Even in New York, he has the most. He has about 10 properties. If P. Diddy would have got caught with them drugs on that plane, P. Diddy would have been the main one who tried to tell on everybody. Now P. Diddy is covering his tracks now. He's not trying to let nobody get in his circle, and he's not trying to let nobody know his whereabouts or where he's staying at throughout this whole situation. Everybody sit back and really pay close attention, because Michael Jackson, he was drugged. And a lot of people thought that the reason that the doctor even gave him that prescription was to help him. They said that P. Diddy was the main one who basically put them that stuff out there and told them to give to him. Everybody know for a fact Michael Jackson was a loved person. Everybody cared about him. P. Diddy know that they had that freak off 3 weeks ago, and this is why the feds came in. It was the end of it. They said that they was tired of the traffic that was going through this gated community. P. Diddy didn't show no remorse for these people. Any person who's under investigation for 3 years for trafficking, everybody who came up in that mansion, they had to sign NDAs, and P. Diddy, he recorded these people with these secret cameras in his room. Regardless of what happened, I'm glad they getting down to the bottom of it, and I'm glad they getting justice for Michael Jackson, Kim Porter, and Tupac. Keep in mind, this is even different from what they did to Keffe D. They ran up on Keffe D while he was taking a jog, and this is why Snoop Dogg said that. P. Diddy gave him the money. P. Diddy gave him $1 million cash just to go out there and get into it with Tupac. Kim Porter, she knew everything that went down. They want the VHS tapes from inside of that mansion on that private island. The feds didn't stop. As soon as they started searching, the feds didn't stop. As soon as they moved in, they raided all the cribs. They thought that they was going to find evidence at the mansions, but all the evidence was in the island. Everybody know for a fact that once P. Diddy take a flight to that island, nobody could stop him because it's over the jurisdiction. The feds still ain't going to play no games. They still going to make it to where he can't leave off the island. If they can't go past that border of that island, they have to wait till he come over here. T.D. Jakes is a person who was in P. Diddy corner since the beginning. And as soon as they try to go talk to his bishop, that's when Jake spoke out and said that regardless of what Diddy do, he's going to be right there to support him. I want everybody to know you have to pay close attention because everything that Cassie said, it led back to them actually going inside of the mansion and finding things inside of that safe that led back to what happened with Tupac. R.I.P. Tupac, R.I.P. Kim Porter. Everything that went down inside of there, his sons was outside in handcuffs. Regardless of how they look at it, Kim Porter was one main person who told P. Diddy he can take care of his business, but he still has to have courtesy for these people that he's bringing into these freak-offs. This is why Homeland Security ran up in there. They had everybody standing outside. They only arrested his affiliates because they had drugs on them. Ain't no telling if P. Diddy told them. This is why P. Diddy was pacing back and forth in front of the place. Everybody know that as soon as he hopped on that jet, R.P. Tupac, R.P. Kim Porter, R.P. Cassie, the way that he did this, he bogus for this. He shouldn't have never did this to these people. These people did not deserve this. And for a person to take their anger out on them after he had them to sign NDAs, that goes to show that he's holding it against their head. He's blackmailing these people regardless of what's going on. My hard-earned condolences goes out to these families because they the ones that have to sit back and actually go through this and literally look at their family member being tormented day after day after day. Mike Tyson, he was cooler with Michael Jackson than he was cool with P. Diddy. P. Diddy, he was rocking with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson used to tell P. Diddy, you need to stop all that because he made a few passes at Mike Tyson. P. Diddy ruined these people. These people have to live with this for the rest of their life. 50 Cent said that Snoop Dogg, he's not ever going to be cool with P. Diddy after this one. They seized 10 of his cars, 8 hard drives, 14 external hard drives, 7 computers, 3 desktops, and 8 monitors. Everybody knows that every electronic in that house is connected to that camera. Every camera that was running, by him keeping this footage for his own personal use and personal gain, now the feds have the footage. So it was good that he kept all of the footage so he can blackmail them. So now the feds can show him what he did wrong because that was illegal what P. Diddy did. R.I.P. Tupac, R.I.P. Kim Porter. I'm glad that they confiscated all the VHS tapes from 1997, 1998, all the way up to now. After Cassie filed that lawsuit, that's when everything came down on Diddy. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for updates.